Hey, me, Callie Carroll. Good morning, sunshine.
Morning, sunshine. Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning, sunshines. Daily dose of perspective. Good morning, sweet baby sunshines.
Good morning, sunshines. Let's get started.
Good morning, sunshines. So I've been getting this question lately. Okay, for the last year since I've been out of it. Are you still a fit coach? Are you still doing like nutrition coaching and body coaching, all those different things? So I just thought I'd address that and talk about chapters for a second here. But before we get started, just say good morning, sunshine in the comments, and also share something that you're grateful for today so that you can just bring a little bit more light, love, happiness, and joy to your heart as you're sitting right here, right now. If you just got through that part of the video, awesome. High five. Bye if you want to leave. But let's talk about this. So it's pretty cool when you look back at your life and you look at all the different chapters that you've gone through. I don't know about you guys, but I have had a multitude of chapters of what I thought I was meant to be or do as I was becoming who I am. And I know that there's going to be different chapters in the future. And it's so intriguing to me to look at people maybe from like 50 years ago, where the assumption was that you like go into one career and that's you and you're forever you, and that you're stuck in it because you've already invested so much time into it. So like you should just stay there, right? Have any of you guys like been there, been stuck, thought about that, felt stuck, seen other people that feel stuck, where, and I get the truth behind that. Absolutely. Like, but I've been teaching for 20 years. And if I just do X, Y, or Z more, then I get X, Y, or Z, which is totally cool, right? You can choose to continue in a chapter depending on the rewards and the balance that you have, and depending on your happiness that you're really in that space. And I think for me, I've just really been open to allowing myself flow from chapter to chapter, depending on what I have going on in my world, and really gravitating towards ultimate happiness. So, like, I came out of college and I had the corporate job, a sales job. It was awesome. It was great. I worked right downtown on Larimer Square, and I was 23. So it was fun. We went for martinis after work and blah, blah, blue, blue, blue. And then I got pregnant and had my baby girl. And I was like, you know what? Corporate world, even though this is great money and like great possible incentives for staying there, that's not working for me if I can't be with home. And I made a huge be at home with my baby girl. So I made this big sacrifice of leaving this established space that I was in and potential available success for something that I found to be more important and more fitting of my next chapter as a mother. The encouragement here, you guys, as you're listening to this, is to embrace the fact that you can move through and do some of these hard things to get to your next chapter. So after that, my husband was a mortgage broker. I was like, why not become a real estate agent so I can work from home? So I did that for I think like 6 years, maybe, yeah, 5 years or so, until the recession of 2008. And I was like, this ain't cool. This is not for me. I really didn't want to work that hard. I like it was like, I don't want to say an easy business before that, but it was just like fun, simple, easy. I brought my daughter to showings and stuff. Like it really worked out for me well, but I wasn't passionate about it. I'll tell you that much. Like it was just cool, made some money, but didn't have my passion. I had the time freedom with that. So from there, I was in the stage that I talked about before. They're like, wah, 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 what's going on with my life? I'm losing my house. We lost our job. We're losing all these different things. Eeyore, I'm sick all the time. I'm making fun of myself, by the way. And I had to really develop and learn some things through that chapter. It was like a chapter of learning and then like stepping back. My husband, I remember us having this conversation of like, do we want to go back to the corporate world? I know that I could get a job out there and, we could probably, then we can afford childcare, but the whole classic mom going to work, how much you need to make to cover childcare, and then does it make sense for your timing and whatever? Or do we want to do something that we're passionate about, that we love, and try to figure it out and just stop spending money? Just downsize everything, all spending your home because you're gonna lose it anyways, all the different things. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cost benefit analysis. We're gonna do things that we love. So we both dove into what we love, which for me, I'd been teaching fitness classes and I'm like, this is cool. It's fun. It keeps me in shape. I love being in front of people. I love talking. I love sharing positive energy. And I'm just gonna dive into building my own fitness company called Right Fit and really work on supporting people in these different classes. And then from there, I was like, okay, that's not going to support the family at all. Like working, just a little timer to get my child. He's already taken care of. To really like support the family. So I was like, you need to start your own business, entrepreneur mindset. We'd already started multiple businesses. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to start this business called Right Fit, and I'm going to start doing workouts at the parks and all different places. And then I was introduced to a nutrition company, Herbalife, where I combine nutrition and fitness, and everything just started to flow. And I discovered this new chapter called Fit Coach, which a lot of you, that's what you know me as from the last 10 years, where I started to really work on supporting people to have transformations like this, right? Where they would come in and they would ask about having nutritional support, some exercise support. And I was like a go-to at that time. Whoa, there I am. And if you guys are on the podcast, that's cool. You don't need to see the images. But like, there was just like a very heavy interest in physique. And from that, this company called Project Me developed, where we took women and supported them with their nutrition and their fitness in order to really support them to step into their most confident selves. And I loved it. Like I loved it. Like I love being able to like have people show up, like, these women that are down over 310 pounds, one's lost 100, one's lost 105, one's lost 20, whatever. All of their different transformation stories was so much fun. And I did it through my pregnancies. We did these photo shoots all the time. I did it post pregnancy with my babies, having different things. And it was a really neat chapter of my life. And from there, it kind of started to transform into this, like, I realized how important our mindset, I really had started training my mind throughout the building of these businesses, how important our mindset is in showing up as confident, strong women specifically is who I was talking to, just because it had been like my market naturally. And I ended up getting together with one of my neighbors. We created this program called I Am Journey, thus enter a new chapter, right? Didn't let go of the old chapter, still totally a fit coach, but now also have this other chapter where I'm working with women on their becoming, on understanding the power of gratitude and focus, and how to use their word, and how to let go of judgment, and how to forgive, and how to find their true passion, and how to become what they want to become, and how to really do life a different way. I Am Journey chapter, so much fun. COVID enters right during the beginning of it. It shifted our whole business and our whole business model. And that was really cool to watch. And like, to just look at this, you guys, gone from sales of insurance leads, working downtown, having martinis after work, to a stay-at-home mom who's doing real estate, to somebody who's working people out at rec centers and doing like boot camps, to creating like a nutritional business and hub, to then coaching people on body transformations, to confident transformations. Like, so I'm insurance lead sales or my life coach. Which one? Can you have multiple chapters like that? Absolutely. So this is what we step into. I don't know if I can pause this. I can. Okay, I've never paused a recording before, but there we go. You guys are like, you're live, Cal. I know I have to do this when my family's not around and then go live so you guys can all watch it because it's the best way to work. Anyways, so watching this dramatic like transfer of being one thing to the next, in that what I hope to do is encourage you guys to listen to your current self, your current chapter. You are not who you are today, is not who you were 5 years ago, or before that experience, or 20 years ago, or before that education, whatever it is. As you continue to develop and mold, you're not stuck where you're at. You can continue to seek out new opportunities and new forms of like feeding and glowing up your happiness. And I think this might be where a lot of people get stuck in their not mediocrity, but their ho hum of life. Like it's just okay. And not even like a pleasant presence, like a calm. I love that now. I love that. I'll talk about that later, but like not even just like that, but just like, man, it is what it is. This is what I do. I'm going to finish it out. This is what I've always done. Like you get this one life, you get this one shot. And in this one life, in this one shot, there are so many opportunities and experiences for you to have that you might just be putting on the back burner, or maybe completely disregarding or shoving into your subconscious because you don't want to remember that they're there because you're too scared to make a change, to make a move, to go a different direction. And I'm hoping to encourage you guys to just like reflect upon that. Are you missing out on some joy in your life because you assume that you have to be somewhere else doing something else in this certain way? Are you fearing judgment? Well, what if I change? My family's gonna be like, why would you do that? Or my friends are gonna be like, are you crazy? Like, like you have this and this going on for you. And letting go of that judgment and instead listening to your internal self and what's next for you. And to come to the point, or the not the point, but like the question of this whole video, like, am I still a fit coach? It's been an interesting transition for me. So when I was in the hospital and my son was diagnosed with this rare cancer, there was no option of working. And I was like, it's no problem. I'll get back to my challenges, because I would do these monthly workout challenges and monthly nutrition challenges, like super supportive and fun. And I loved doing them too. I'll get back into them in like 5 weeks, I thought. And then August came around. I was like, okay, there's no way. I still can't breathe. And then October came around. And then we're like, oh, we found 5 new tumors and we're starting this new chemotherapy. And I'm like, okay, no, it's no problem. Like in 6 months. But then we were like barfing and not sleeping for 6 months straight. And it just kept going and going. And then chemo was done. And I was like, no problem. Like, what I can do is I can get back to this like ASAP. But then there was this chemo hangover. And as I was doing all of that, I was making sure to really check myself on who I've become throughout this process and what my current chapter is. And the reflection that I've got that I want to share with you guys is that it was really interesting. Like, there is this part of me watching my child fight for his life and being there to support him and fighting for his life, that just found anything about personal appearance, about having a six pack for a decade, like the old me, right? Kind of yucky. Like, how can you even think that's important when children out there have cancer? How can you even focus on trying to, develop whatever sort of physique when there are these people that are suffering? And I had this huge pendulum swing in my brain, just because that's just where I was, right? So I was totally not into any of it. Didn't work out for a year. I ate what I wanted to eat when I wanted to eat, all the different things. And still taking my vitamins, of course, right? Like, so I still had like this like basic structure, but it was unappealing to me in every single way. And then I really got to sit with that and examine how, as we all go through different chapters of development, there is kind of like this stair step up of that's like a little bit more generalized of things that are important to us. And really acknowledging that chapter of my life of the physical, like of physique, and more so care about physique than care about presence and joy in the moment. Like, kind of reminds me of Under the Tuscan Sea, like where the woman goes to Italy and like she just learns to be present and just let herself do that. There's like this chapter of when I was overweight and unhappy and underconfident, that was affecting all of my life. And in creating Right Fit and becoming a fit coach and supporting thousands of people to step into their own confidence, and not just like personal confidence and like show up, but like their confidence in what foods to eat and what to choose, and acknowledging and knowing how to take care of the body. That was a really important chapter for me to be able to give, provide, share. And it's still a very important chapter for thousands, if not millions of people out there who are health coaches, who are supporting people in this physical journey. Because in order to really show up for life and be present, we have to feel good. So I still care about that. I still care about, enjoying and fueling our bodies appropriately. And I do have a lot of knowledge base that I'll answer questions for, and maybe I'll share some videos around that. But what I do know in this chapter, after going through everything I've gone through, is that that's not what I wake up getting excited about. I don't wake up thinking, I can't wait to do another abs challenge or an arms challenge or a booty challenge. I wake up and think, can't wait to go to the gym, do a dance class so I can be with my girls and just sing and jam out. Like, that's all I want to do. Or I can't wait to just go sit in the sauna today, not working out at all. Like, I have different interests when it comes to that. Same thing with like food. I'm very passionate about taking my vitamins and doing like my tea, but then there's much less stringent conditions around how I live my life currently. And with that being said, I'm really giving myself the space right now, post chemo journey, stepping to the next chapter, blank slating my entire house that used to be rainbow, that's now white, like blank slating my life to really dive into like what what do I want to be? What do I want to do? How do I want to show up in this chapter? And even as I do that, acknowledging that it may change next year, in 5 years, in a decade. So it's not like you're picking your forever you when you switch chapters. You're picking your next you. You're picking your next adventure. Choose your next adventure. And what I've come up with, what I've developed, I'll talk about the blank slate exercise a different time. What I've developed with that is that I want to be a light. I want to share with people. I love talking. Like I lose myself in talking and in teaching to other people. I want to provide a positive example, positive perspective. I want to support parents in showing up for their kids differently, helping them to really experience the world as it's meant to be experienced instead of behind screens. And with that, it really means getting down to finishing my book, talking to you guys, doing like a lot of things that don't even make money. This isn't about like a financial structure. It's about providing energy to the world, knowing that energy will be brought back to me by doing that. So that's the chapter that I'm in. Am I a fit coach? I have all the fit coach answers, resources. I've changed all my socials from fit coach to Callie Carroll. If you haven't noticed, if you knew me before and know me now, I can support people. But if somebody calls and is like, hey, how do I lose 30 pounds? I'm probably like, let me refer you to someone else that's on our team, because I'm going to talk to you about mindset, and we can do Good Morning Sunshines and podcasts and, start speaking on stage again, which I just cannot wait to do because it's been so long. And supporting different like companies with their health and present structure and mindset and well-being. Excited for those things. So that's the long and short of it for my direct answer of, are you still a fit coach? I'm Callie Carroll, but I know some fit coach stuff, and I did coin the term, so that's cool. But I'm stepping into my next chapter, and we're going to watch how it develops, as well as providing you with the support, motivation, insight, encouragement to acknowledge what you really want to be doing right now, where you really want to be going. And are you stuck in a previous chapter because you're afraid of change or judgment or something, and it's holding back your life? I hope it helps you just maybe take a step. Just take a step, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for spending this time with me today on today's Daily Dose of Perspective. Good morning, sunshines, or whatever time of the day it is for you right now. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thanks for joining, and don't forget to subscribe and, of course, share with your friends. Guys, that's how we impact more lives. All right, see you next time.